My energy ecliptic loves circle persona, self love, best love, world love. You knows my honor. Greetings, I be your host, JaMes Peter Bastien. In peace, prosperity, power. It's my honor to share my affirmations, visualizations, and unisons manifestations in all satisfaction. The mind, body, and soul is to grow in all facets. Presented in procreation, this is MB9T Podcast Show. May you be at peace in whatever the action is proclaiming. Ascending the greatest of all satisfaction like a goal's a bullseye. Your action is the dart. Believe in you no matter the ending or the start. Life, such precious life, must you claim it. Black man, brown man, tan man, white man, Hue-man. Before I start off to express the reasoning of the title of this episode, before I go into any deposition to me expressing my passion currently that I'm feeling inward, I must start off with this passion by omitting to you, the listeners, that as a born melanated man with ancestral background of Nigerian roots that was connected to the so-called slave trade that got those people from the island of Haiti, known as Haiti, right? That land to be those people called Haitians today, right? To me having that blood lineage 100%, to me being in 2025 a born citizen of the United States of America, born citizen, right? I start off by saying I am a melanated, privileged man. I am fucking privileged. Privileged. Because I'm not unprivileged, I understand to whom's given much is required. Okay? I'm privileged, and me taking advantage of these privilege is understanding these things that I just told you. The idealization that I'm diverse in language, I'm privileged, right? I speak two different languages. I'm privileged. I set stones in two different geographical locations when it comes to raised in the island of Haiti known as Haiti, raised in the state of Florida in the country in the country of America. I'm privileged. I'm fucking privileged. Oh man, I need to take a deep breath. The passion for this, man, it makes me feel like, you know, almost what the black man in my society would call a coon. They may call me as that based on my positioning when it comes to this conversation. So the title of this episode, again, I repeat, Black Man, Brown Man, Tan Man, White Man, God Man, the Hue-man. Hate. Hate is so destructive to our world currently. So is love. Fuck that. It's not just hate, it's love as well. The same equality that somebody have for something they hate is the same equality that they have for something they love. So what is the issue with our society? That will equate to what is called respect, the median, the gray. See, black and white, that's the pendulum that swings directly to a particular pole. The white, the black, the middle, the power, the unity, the individuality of someone is in the middle. It's the gray. So again, I start off to say I'm a privileged man in 2025. I'm so fucking tired. I'm so tired. Like this shit just tired me. Like the bitching and the fucking complaining, dog. Like for most black men, it's always about this fucking white man or this other man keeping them fucking down. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Like, make something happen, Captain. Like, bruh, even, the craziest shit is like, bro, the people within themselves that say that they so-called historian, that they follow slavery, and all that, like the black man was been controlled by the white man for 400 years and all that, so on and so forth. It's like, bro, so what about the great melanin men at those times that either fucking, I don't know, fucking discovered opinion or like, bro, just focus on your greatness. Focus on your greatness. And it's like, it's a tough title for me to hold on to, as like to say I'm a black man. No, I'm a God. I'm a fucking righteous man. Like, I'm a man first before it's my fucking race. And I think it's crazy to say for most people, but I just learned that because what you learn through society is that people are weakened amongst their civilization of how much like their civilization allows them to think of themselves to be, or allow themselves to actually experience. Like, you feel me? Like, bro, like, I love my fucking skin. I got the best skin in the world because it's my skin, right? But my skin shouldn't have to be in an argumentative situation where I gotta constantly demoralize other people's skin. Like, I hate the white man's skin because of what happened yesterday. I don't like this person's skin because they got this sort of money, or like, what the fuck? Like, I'm so tired of these fucking weak excuses from black men, dog. Fucking Negroes, bro. I say with an ER, niggers, because like, to me, a nigger is somebody that's somebody that really takes on the heat of history, and now comes to the point of like having anger, have maliciousness towards the white man, or have this idea that they're owed a fucking 40 acre and a mule based on slavery. You're a nigger, bro. Fuck a nigger. You're not a nigger. You're a nigger. Fuck that. I can say that I'm a melanin man. You're a fucking nigger. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Man, go make something shake, bro. Go do something with your fucking life, dog. Every time I fucking speak up, tell a black man, like, bro, stop worrying about the situation amongst what somebody said you can or is incapable. Or like, oh, yeah, man, the crackers be putting us in the system, da 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 da. Get the fuck up out the system. You know the game that's being played. You know it's a system, okay. Niggas be around felonies. Niggas be around smoking weed, drinking all day. As soon as they get pulled over, oh, crackers fucking with me. Bro, seriously? The thing is, bro, I'm not defending, I could never defend a white man, right? Meaning that I don't know their true intention. I'm not that. I can't defend an Asian. I don't know their true intention. What I'm saying is I just move in a line like, your action is going to show me how you predicate to me who you are, whether you're a good soul or a bad soul. I'm not taking the heed of putting a whole group of people to be one, to be as one. Every white man is bad because what his grandfather, what his granddaddy did yesterday. Bruh, every 35-year-old white man that's my age is racist? Like, come on, like, I don't get the black movement. I do not get it. I don't get it, and I'm not for it at fucking all. My movement is for the human race. I love fucking people. I love good people. Let's start that off. I love good humans. I love humans that have great attention set for their self and their surrounding. All that other bullshit, I couldn't give two fucks if you was my neighbor, if you was my fucking brother, if you're bad and you're malicious. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't understand, like, why is that such a hard concept for most of us? You know what I'm saying? But you learn in our society that realistically, naturally, we all have what is called, not skepticism, there's a better word in there I'm looking for. Not favor neither, but Lord, I love when I see the word and I can't express the word. It's so annoying. But we all have, you know what, since I can't find the word right now, I'm just slowed down because my blood a little boiled. But we all have likings and loving, interests, things that we dislike and don't like. I don't understand why it has to be like a hate because this ain't for me, right? It's like if a white girl automatically says she don't deal with black guys, oh, she's racist. Vice versa, if a black girl says she don't deal with white dudes, like, bro, it doesn't matter. Everybody should be able to have their own preference. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I want utopia for every black man and black woman there is. I would love a community for us, right? But my thing is like, everybody plays this idealization that the government is always this, and I can agree. It's most likely definitely that. But how do you move in a positive notion where you constantly just complaining and some other man got power over you and you're constantly on a letdown, like, shut the fuck up, man. That's not how my manhood is raised to be. Like, I'm a legacy founder. I didn't say provider, founder. Like, my life is cultivated upon me fucking literally come out of a woman's womb and say, you ain't my son, you find your own tribe. And that's the spirit of mine collectively cultivated me by people placing in things of what's good and bad for me. I had to learn that. I don't understand. Man, I just saw that word flash again. It's so annoying. Like, the word I want to use, I just saw it, but like, it's like so annoying. I'm just trying to gravitate this word into my thought process. But God. Okay, maybe it's still not biased, but I'm gonna say biased for the moment. Yeah, like, yeah, we all biased to whatever our dislikes or like is. I don't know, and I'll be transparent with you. What was occurring was that I was in a live room. We was having conversation, and for me, I'm a depth person when it comes to my conversation. And speaking in that gray area aspect of how my viewership in life is that, like, the universe blessed me as a man to see duality in a lot of ways. Like, yeah, I'm always going to be in a controlling side to what my decision is, right? But even within my decision, I can see the polarity within one decision, right? So even when you have options, right, and you choose from the option, every choice that is choosing from have its own option as well from the option itself. So even the choice have an option of, like, do I do it or do I don't, right? Then from there, doing it or do I don't, the cause and effect. So there's constantly an option coming after. There's always going to be a choice coming after the option. You know what I'm saying? We do something, and something's going to be replenished afterward, and so on and so forth. It's really the ancestral connection that we all have as human beings, and that's kind of like my viewership for most things. That's the way I look at it, right? So upon that, having that live conversation, and it was derailed to the idealization what cause and effect is, you know what I'm saying, what karma, you know what I'm saying. So for me, I look at cause and effect as like the chain of reaction. Me snapping my finger, right, cause that rhythm sound of noise to occur, right? I move my hand and the motioning that moves with that, right? So cause and effect has a real physical transactional thing behind it, right? As karma is almost like belief or wishes or hope, right? It's it's almost magical to the aspect of like, if you see something as to be as karma, then it's gonna live as karma to you, right? So cause and effect is a real state of being for everyone. As karma is something is more of if you believe or you see it or comprehend such to be as that, right? So upon that conversation, we're having an open conversation about that, you know what I'm saying? And one melanin dude, his thing was like, okay, well, how come the white man haven't got karma for what he did to the black man in slavery? I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like, I don't understand the inability for any man to understand of their own capability. I just don't fucking understand that. Like, the world is never gonna be fucking fair. Like, I don't understand that. It's the same process if you're someone that dislike nepotism. No, nepotism is life, right? The dude that's a fucking trillionaire, billionaire, like, yeah, naturally the people around him gonna have some nepotism that comes with their life, because necessarily some things that they're gonna get to do or get to them is not something that they have to work for. It's not something that they'll have to learn. It's just gonna be given towards. That's life. Like, if you're a real man, if you're a real woman, whether you had a bad upraising or a good upraising, essentially, if you got a good soul, you would want the best upraising for your child. You would want the less stress or worrisome for your child. That's just a part of the action, right? So for me, I comprehend as somebody not born in a silver spoon method situational lifestyle. As somebody growing up where I never knew my biological father, didn't know what he looked like until I was 26 years old. My biological mother, I lived with her at right now at 35 years old. I probably lived an entire maybe 3 to 4 years of my life with her in the physical home environment, right? As my upraising was so different. My first 8 years being in IET, coming back to America, live with my mom here and there, but then it's with my aunts, then it's with my best friend, homie, my Jamaican family that comes up to be in my teenage years, so on and so forth, to where really my whole life I didn't live with my biological mom to that aspect, right? So you talking about somebody that understands life is not fair? Hello, it's fucking me. But what I will not do with life is be stuck in a fucking jail cell because I didn't have no mom or dad. So I say, oh, I'm going to be a crash out dummy because I don't got shit out here, right? What I'm not going to do is allow my limitation to be my life. And I think that's where a lot of fucking people that have circumstances that they're upraised with get stuck on. Like, I'm nowhere near defending slavery. I don't know fucking about slavery. That's why I started off this conversation by saying I'm aware I'm a privileged man, dude. Like, I don't understand why any black man in 2025 can't understand your fucking privilege. Why do you want to propel the energy as if like you was supposed to be 1820, right? The idealization that like, I hate this white man or I hate this other tan man, so on and so forth, whatever other man that they feel like got more power in this society. Like, bro, go put your black fucking manpower together. Like, construct together, you know what I'm saying? Make some shit happen. But majority of us love to make excuses. It's 2025. How many fucking millionaires, black people do we have? But how many of them are working together? But we gonna keep making fucking excuses. It's 2025. It's 2025. How many fucking freedom do we have as black people? How many black people call crackers, white people crackers, this and that and the third, use racism against other people amongst what they felt happened to them in slavery? But that's cool though. That's cool though. We can now bully a white man, right? To say, oh, this and that and the third, right? Because back in the days, from what we saw from film, which was us doing bad, getting water hose, being told you can only go on that side of that fountain. You'll get spit on if you try to go eat at this restaurant. All that shit, right? So now what are we doing? What are we doing with such quote unquote freedom that Martin Luther King fought for? What are we doing with such righteousness that Malcolm X supposedly gave out. Like, I don't understand the goal here. I just don't get it. Where most black men, they're stuck on this idealization like they was done wrong. And how you gonna get yourself to do right? What is the goal? Like, what is the goal of complaining about what was said to be? Even if that was me directly, and the effect of me knowing my, let's say, and again, I'm just giving this as an example, as obviously I'm from the islands, right? That's my lineage, right? So I'm saying it in physics where I don't know the guy that said that statement, right? But let's say for him, he have a very depth, meaningful understanding or artistry by history of what was told to him of slavery, right? Meaning that, let's say he's from Georgia, South Carolina, and Mississippi, one of them rural area that we understood slavery was very depth in America, right? Let's say he have a lineage of history to where his great-great-great-grandfather, he had the history and was told about what happened through slavery and all that, right? I get that. Let's say that's the case. Let's say the case is because of that, he felt that ability and that contractment with that experience and that history, right? All that. So with that, what my statement is, you having fuel and hate for the white man in 2025 with the idealization that we need to take over the world or we need to burn them down, what growth in humanity does that serve? I don't understand the black man viewership with hate in their heart right now. Everything that fuels me is hate fuels me for love. I don't know. I don't look into, like, I think for most part, for a majority of us in life, it's easy to be hurtful if you've been hurt before, right? Hurt people. I get that. I get that analogy of strong foe. But realistically, when you hurt somebody because they hurt you, you don't understand that you hinder your own growth. You don't understand you limit your own self, right? So where there is protecting your energy, right? There's also demoralizing your such energy. And I think that's where a lot of us take this heed or understanding of, like, slavery is bad. Nobody's saying it wasn't. Nobody's saying it is, if it is unfortunately existing anywhere in this universe. Like, nobody's saying it's something good, right? But what I'm saying is, for me to be in this day and age as a man, that like I said, I admit I'm fucking privileged. Like, I didn't. This is not me speaking in 1805 or 1925 or 1940. Everything that I was told about slavery is something that I read. Everything of that. Have I experienced racism? Yeah, by phone. A white man called me a nigger. Yes, I've experienced that. But why would I stand here in 2025, have that ambush for every white man? I'm from the island of Haiti, what is called Haiti in America, right? We literally have our own people killing our own people. We're literally destroying our own cities, our own states, whatever capital. How am I not going to sit here and understand that hate is not just from one fucking race? How am I not understanding that we're doing it to ourselves? Yes, again, before you even attempt to fixate and correct me, I'm aware of the situations that were prior, that was hindered, honestly, by America. I'm not running away from none of those facts. I'm telling you, I'm from the island. I'm from the Coupe Tete Boule Kai, cut heads off and burn in the house. That's what that means. That's my blood lineage. You talking about being for my people? Ain't nobody bigger or better for my people. That's my lineage. I understand the whole culture. I understand the idealization of America demoralizing the name of Haiti, changing it to Haiti. I understand all that, right? But I I still hold myself accountable because the universe gave me the knowledge to say, hey, man, that's not your true name. The origin name is not Haiti. It's Haiti. You're from the land of mountains. The strong people. The people that fought and revolutionized themselves as the first black independent country in the world. That's where you're from. That's what you represent. So you don't represent Haiti. As much as these people coming from that land and then come to America and America be like, you from Haiti? Yeah, I'm from Haiti. No, I'm from Haiti. I understand all that diversity. I understand the different situation or possibilities of what was told that America went into Haiti in 2011 and caused the earthquake. And I don't have a doubt in that. Unfortunately, I don't have a doubt in that. But realistically, what I am as a godly man is a man of action that's going to utilize the effects of my changes rather than allowing anybody around me or my surroundings to control me. We all gonna fucking die anyway. So many fucking men are scared of death. Like, bro, it's inevitable. Dying to live, bro. I'm dying to live. What the fuck am I living to die for? That means if I'm living to die, my action is in the limitation of death. Me dying to live is me exerting every fucking day to get another day. I don't understand this little pussy shit, this pussy boy conversation that most of these dudes want to do online with this idea. The problem with us as society in totality, forget the black man, wanting the 40 acre and the mule, right? But for most people in the gray area, you have to be your own president. You have to hold yourself accountable. You can't make no excuses. You have to be the leader of every choice in your life. And like I told you, for the black and white, it's like the politician aspect. You're looking at the Democrat and the Republican, whichever color you want to give to whichever, is whatever. But the head of the snake remains the fucking government. So you're getting two different options that you think you can choose. Once you make the choice, it's something different, but it's the same shit, different toilet. But if you're independent, if you're a free thinker, you're in the gray area. You have to decisively understand that every decision you make is on the outcome of you. Bro, look what the fuck going on. It's 2025. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a black man that's crying about slavery or what they're missing, or that everything the white man is to do is hinder them. Bro, health problem is for every fucking body right now, bro, in our society. The government don't give a fuck. They want money, bro. They want fucking money. Everybody got the same pharmaceutical issues, whether you rich or poor. You can't put all your deeds into the government. And for majority of black people, that's exactly what it is. It's this karmic traumatic history with America. And I totally understand why it's there, right? But that's also the history of you allowing somebody to have power over you for such a long time. I get it. And if you want to look at yourself as you as a former slave, and that's how much power that they have over you, and now you're free, but you're free to the idealization of getting food stamp, or you're free to the idealization of getting genocide to one particular location, that's up to you to think that way, bro. Everybody race doesn't start off the same. Everybody marathon doesn't start off the same. But how you finish, how you continue, the consistency to that race is all upon you. That is your life. That is your journey. So a lot of us we get stuck there. I'm born in a ghetto. I'm born in the hood. I'm born around poverty. So I'm gonna be as that. It's a lot harder. Absolutely. It's absolutely a lot harder. But there's white people being raised in trailer park, Mexicans, so on and so forth. Like, geez, the fucking Louise. It's not my thing. I don't like that at all. Like, and that's what kills me majority of the time. Even like I would tell you with the expression of spirituality, right? I've learned, because for me, I ran away from religion. I'm being honest with you, because it was that fear that was put, that the fear of God that was put in me, that didn't sit right with my spirit. Like, I'm young in my teenage years, like, man, damn, bro, like, I know this is supposed to be the right way, man. The God voice is so dominant in my head, like, you better do this right. Like, I'm scared of this guy. You feel me? Like, so that ran me away from religion, the religion aspect, which got me evoked into spirituality in my early 20s, right? But in my mid 20s, what got me to understanding that fuck spirituality is you knowing of yourself and just having a self-love understanding to yourself surrounding by people, places, and things. You know what I'm saying? Because that same void that you had in religion, where most people that don't like religion is that, man, they so judgmental, or man, they think that this is the only way you're supposed to do this and that way, right? Boom. You get into the spirituality form, now you got motherfuckers like, oh, if you don't eat this, you're not spiritual. If you don't have this sort of diet, you ain't spiritual. If you don't have this sort of product on your skin, you ain't spiritual. If you don't wear your shit natural, you ain't spiritual. If you don't do this sort of practice, you don't smoke this. What the fuck? We right back to religion. We right back to religion. So it's the same cultivation in the conversation with the racism and slavery to me. It's like, bruh, you're a black man and you worrying about slavery or you being limited in 2025, bro, you shackled up. You might be free with your hands and your feet, but mentally you shackled the fuck up. And that's the sort of conversation I can't have. Like, why would I walk in the room, even if I had negative $10,000 in my head right now in this day and age, right? Why would my first instinct, whether it's a millionaire room and all that, whether it's all white people in that room, all Indian, whatever it is, why would I walk in this room already prejudiced with this idealization that, look at these motherfuckers, they must have did my people wrong, that's why I'm in the situation that I'm in. Like, bruh, like, if I can't be inspired that, like, damn, Jeff Bezos is a man just like me. Motherfucking Elon Musk is just a man just like me. LeBron James, you name it, the greats, Kanye, however you want to define great, whether it's through sports, whether it's through business, whatever, right? I look at greatness as inspiration. I look at any man to be me as a man, right? So even the man that commit a murderer, I can judge on this perspective like, damn, that's fucked up. But I can understand that I could do that as well too. So my judgment is not from a place of like, I'm burying you. I just understand that the choice and decision I made was different than yours. But I still can respect you. I don't move with that notion that, like, for most men, they ego feed this idealization that I'm better than the next man. My ego feed the pride that I'm competing with myself every day to be better for myself and towards my surrounding. That's where my ego lies on. All that other bullshit, who dick is bigger, taller than me, who's shorter than me, if I get more girls than the next man, if he get more, I don't give a fuck. And that's where most guys egotistically get stuck in with conversation. It's like, nah, let's have a sword fight. My idea is better than your idea. Like, no, nigga, we not making no laws here. No, bro, we not making no fucking laws here. We making it should be, from the law of conversation, it should be comprehension. That's what conversation is naturally alluded to be comprehended. I speak for the idealization to be understood or understood. Like, most people speak to make statement, right? Like, if you understand what our society is in conversation in 2025, it's debates. It's debates. It's fighting differences. What does that get me? What does that get me out of my life? You know what I'm saying? So if you understand what I've been expressing to you, right? As a person born in hate, born into a situation where peace was not surrounded around me, right? That's where I evoke to. That's where I evolve my energy to what I want to pursue it into. Like, I didn't have a spirit that guided me from the aspect of, like, wrong for doing is something that I can't wait to grow up and do. Wrong for doing is something that my spirit taught me like, hey, this ain't these are things you don't want to experience later on, and these are things you don't want to do to people. That's the way I look at things, man. Like, bro, it fucks me up because like I can't even say that term. I'm pro-black, man. I'm in a state of mind where I'm pro-human, dog. Like, cause for most black people, all they want is a fucking leader, right? They want a leader, and then they want to bash that leader as soon as that leader alternate to something that they don't like or don't do. Like, bro, like lead your own fucking self. Like that's one of the worst traits with human beings, bro. Like build you up to fucking tear you down. And sadly, it's like you're doing it to your own fucking self when you do that. Deteriorate another human, building them up. Like, what is the point on that? Why not do that same factor to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Most of us put energy out on what we like by people, places, and things that we wouldn't put on ourselves. 2 to 3 hours on our goddamn phone strolling other people's lives, but you won't even take 30 minutes to meditate and view your own inner life, view your wrongdoing, analyze your days before you go to sleep. I don't get caught up in that weak pussy conversation. That's just it's so annoying to me where man want to tell me about problems. Bitch, if you're a real man, you're looking at the solutions of it. Yeah, we can say, hey man, look over there, bro. There's a hole in that crack, so for us to get over there, it's gonna be very dangerous. How can we go find something? I'm not gonna be fucking sitting by here like, bruh, did you hear about how somebody did that shit on purpose, man? They did that hole on purpose, bro, because they wanted that shit because all of us black people around here. Shut the fuck up. Find a solution. Stop complaining. As a spiritual being, with the title of that place, black man, brown man, tan man, white man, right? Human. It's the idealization that I know I can be any man. Like I can be any man. Like for most people, they take this flesh body of theirs and they defend it like it's everything. Like they know the ins and out about it. Like racism to me and slavery to me is the most control game that's still being played for our society. What I mean by that is that for the black man that feel like he's owed something from America based on what was said that occurred through slavery, and me saying based on what was said is not to be disrespectful and say that slavery didn't exist. I'm not Kanye West. I ain't saying none of that, right? But like I said, started it off, I am privileged because at 35, born in 1989, I didn't grow through a society that was separated. You know what I'm saying? I grew through a society that was already diverse with people, right? So, in my notion, I can't hold the weight of what slavery was 120 years ago, right? But what happened is you have some people that do, and their job, they feel like is to re-angrify the idea of what slavery is and how bad it is and how much white people are the devils and so on and so forth, right? So what their attempt is to, they feel like, oh, I gotta wake up my people. Remember, don't trust these white people. Just that and third, right? With that awakening, what they failed to realize is that, bro, like, there's also, and there's two sides to that. There's also two sides of negativity that you are waking up with your negative energy too, which is that, bro, here I could be a 35-year-old white man where I don't have racism in my heart. Like I didn't grow up like that. My family didn't raise me up like that, right? But here I have this black man attempting to revolutionize this idea that every white man should die based on what was said to be slavery hundreds of years ago. And now me at 35 as this white man, I'm the victim to this situation. So as any man, what would I do to defend my race? Fuck whatever this black man's saying. He's talking about killing all of us, right? You got that notion. Again, with slavery, obviously existing, you have a percentage of people that may be white that still may be racist. So you invoking that idealization and going in now 2025 to arose this slavery mentality that every white man is bad or every white man is, wrong. What about already the small percentage that you may have of the KKK can people that's teaching their kids every black people need to die and so on and so forth? I'm trying to understand, like, aren't our job is to grow, evolve, or are we trying to go backwards with our method, with our metrics of what we want to give, through society? So for me, I think the re-education of slavery is naturally here to keep that anguish, that negative, that negative, drainful energy that separate the human race, right? So if I'm a KKK member, my goal is to get as much white people in this current day and age to feel enraged that black people have freedom that they have like they do, to feel that they shouldn't be in spaces that they do, right? If I'm a KKK, and if I'm into whatever BLM, Black Lives Matter, whatever agenda that I feel like is oppressing my people, then I'm gonna push with the narrative that, like, white people owe me this, that we should go kill them. Like, it's so fucking stupid to me, because it's like we're going not even 400, we're going 600-800 years back with that metric. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're refueling a whole nother idealization, right? To regain its energy of power of enslaving one another. Either the black man enslaving the white man, or a white man re-enslaving the black man. I don't set for that to be something of importance for me, right? So any weakness that is classified for a black man in this day and age, I look upon how I can grow from that, right? I look upon how I can educate myself into a better either comprehension or a better situation that further separates me from my incapabilities to the one that's closer to my capabilities. It's not easy at all. Like, I don't understand why a black man got to be cool if he doesn't see failure in his life. Like, he learn lesson. How is that a cool method if I'm not gonna let any man control the outcome to my life? That I'm gonna read, that I'm gonna be physically disciplined to my body, that I'm gonna be mindful to my spirit. I'm gonna move and operate the way I want to move. Like, yeah, bro, I'm in the system. Like, currently, as I'm fucking recording this podcast, I'm at work. Luckily, where my job give me that freedom to where I have enough a free time to record, right? But what I'm saying is, me being at work is that I have bills. I got a rent to pay, right? I got different utility bills that come with that rent. Certain monthly obligation like cell phone, insurance, right? I'm not out no goddamn matrix. I'm just gonna wholeheartedly take accountability to this body of mine. Like I was saying earlier, bro, like this idea, this notion that every black man is in this system is like, bro, look at what pharmacy is doing to every fucking American body. It's not just the black body, bro. Right? Look at how pharmacy became the key to be defined as medicine. That's just not for white people, Spanish people. That's for everybody. Right? The idealization of what food is, like, processed. Who's obese in this country? Just black people? I'm fucking confused. So being aware of right and wrong, what I'm saying is, as any man that you are, white, black, tan, brown, you just gotta be accountable to the life that you want to propel. Like you have to have a method to what is your principles and more that's more impacted other than the outside metric of what the society said should be more your morals and principles. What is the term when somebody say you can't knock me off my pivot, right? It's being balanced to what your morals and principles set abide by. You understand differences are gonna come and go just like the days. But however, just as the days, there's a certain standard and procedure that you would go abide by your days. Everybody like the conversation to me is weird too because a lot of time it's always this hate. White man owe me this. Okay, and what is your plan? And what are you going to do to grow together as a group? It's not that. Every day you got so much hate for this white man, but y'all still shooting the black man first. Shut the fuck up. Pussy conversations. And it shouldn't have to be about that. But again, for the black man, my scarcity for you in our society today is that you won't never get to your level in balance because you're worrying about everybody else because you never created your own structure. And are we missing structure? Absolutely. Are we missing proper guideline? Absolutely. May or do the government have something to do to why we're not capable to grow our own groups and community? Absolutely. I don't disagree at all. But what my whole point is, you don't sit around and make excuses. You don't sit around and complain. You lose the thought process. You find ways to make things work in your favor, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not going to live my life complaining, because I already know death is inevitable. So I might as well live my life to the best, right? It's 2025. I can go into any library. I can educate myself to any format that I would like to educate. I can alternate my languages if I like to. The fuck am I complaining about? I'm highly privileged. Why am I going to sit and keep talking like I'm unprivileged? Like, why am I going to act like I'm the black man in 1805? It's not that. Does my freedom come with some? I'm sure. What's the word I'm looking for? Does my freedom in 2025 come with some limitations or some skepticism? Of course, right? Because the idealization of maybe if depending on the location that I'm at, right? Because that's what real estate is in America. It's location. So it could be a situation, me being in a situation that's overly populated with white people, to where a cop or so and so may feel unworthy of that or feel like I'm in the wrong place. Shame on that cop. You fucking bigot. Whatever term I want to say to that person is that cop. But that's not to every white man. That's a cop, or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't maneuver like that. And a lot of us mentally are fragmented with experiences to like place one experience with one particular person to be every person of that reminds you of that person to be as that. Nah, bruh. We could be in this room. I could have a negative conversation with this person. The moment I move into the next move, that energy should not transfer on with me. We're human beings. It does carry some time within our sensibility based on our body. What do they call that shit again? When I see words and they don't come out. Your body postures, things like that, right? Where your facial expression may showcase if you're not too happy, so on and so forth. So I'm not perfect at all to where I can just and then just turn around like, that's kind of a little fake to me. But at the same time, the art of manipulation is you orderly understanding your own energy and what you're going through and how you have to transverse that. So you also have to be in that place to where you can actually have that power and control to flip your energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the whole process for me. I don't do no complaining. I don't sit around and wait for anyone to gain me anything in life. And that's obviously a part of my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you, where the structure and stability was not something that I understood. You know what I'm saying? It's really, I knew I needed structure and stability in life because I never had it. I didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was the factor of like, damn, bro, like the constant changes, whether sleeping at this person's home or whether the inflection of how somebody may feel about you today alternate tomorrow and so on and so forth. So like that to me became a big key for me because I'm like, something is missing here. Like the changes are too consistent, you know what I'm saying? So from that, it made me understand that okay, there must be another way to live life without having all these consistent changes. What does that mean? That means you have to have a guideline, some structure and stability that you can live off and go off by. You know what I'm saying? So with that is how I guide myself as a godly man, right? So me saying a godly man, I'm not saying I'm the only godly of that, but my energy moves into the God realm perspective. I don't move into the devilish act. I don't move into the blackish, whitish, goldish, tinnish, Asian, whatever, however you want to look. And here's another thing to finish this off. If you're a black man, you're an Asian man, you're a white man, you whatever man, like you're free. You're a free man, or maybe through your society, wherever you operate from, your control, right, to live off or think as you think, right? I'm in total agreeable with that. Would I would I love if we live in a society that's not racist at all? You know what I'm saying? I would love that. But even within racism, what we don't fail to realize it comes the median of racism comes classism, right? Because even in my own culture, as a Haitian, again, what Americans call Haitians, right? You have light skin and dark skin to be something very complex, where light skin get better treatment than dark skin, right? So even here you got the same people, same languages, but yet there's some racism within there by the classism that they're devaluing on one another. Same thing with white people. They classify each other as well. You think every white man that's wealthy and rich like the idealization or look of a trailer park person that's white? Do you think that they naturally accept them or think that they're cool to come into their home? It doesn't. No. Every race itself has their own internal racism / classism. So once I found that out, like I don't pinpoint this slavery metric that hinders a lot of black men. And back to the point of again, you're free to think as you feel, right? But my thing with that same statement, like I was saying, yeah, I would love that slavery doesn't exist anywhere, right? That would be dope. But realistically, because we're as man, as human, as man and woman, right? We're free to do as we feel. We're feel because we are literally a walking God, right? We can be a walking God or devil upon the energy that we're servicing to be either positive or negative, right? So with that ability, we realm supreme over animals, right? Because animals are effectively controlled by the ecosystem. So are we, but what I mean by that, based on us being able to change our location by travels, change our habits by food options, right? There's so many different ways that a human can cultivate his life. Like I said, we held hierarchy to the earth beings when it comes to humans, animals, different natures, right? Nature have its own things that it's capable of doing. Wind is wind, water is water, and a different aspect how that can combine can make different things. But however, nature itself have its own particular abilities that is just not going to be able to alternate. It's just as is. So with that, I look into the idealization that any man can alternate themselves as to be what they feel. So be pro black all you want, you know what I'm saying? I'm not against that. Be whatever you feel to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of men as a black man that would say they're Israelite, that Jesus or Yahshua, Yahweh is coming back and he's gonna burn everybody that did his people wrong 400. Brother, free to think as you feel. I'm not here to hinder anybody from the religious aspect, right? I'm not here to hinder anyone from the spiritual aspect, anything. I just speak love. Like, that's why it's hard for me to even say I'm spiritual, man, because like I just told you, for most people spiritual became a physical look now, you know what I'm saying? Spirituality means that you do certain actions, and really that just goes back to another group. It goes back to another religious format, you know what I mean? So I speak truth in that balance. For me, my color from my conversation will always going to be gray. It's going to be dual. It's going to be dual, you know what I'm saying? It's the duality, that servitude life. From the spirit that I serve, it's a spirit that equivalates any options that's capable in any opportunity. Meaning that, like, if there's 7 ways that I'm able to learn or see things by, then I'm gonna abide those 7 ways by you, and hopefully you make the best choice that's right for you. But we in a society mainly that's a prideful society. They want a yes or no for everything. You know what I'm saying? They want a direct discernment. They want a confirmation for something that they don't know from someone else, which is the craziest thing. Because if you want a confirmation, you may want to experience that firsthand. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave this episode off right here. Like I said, it was a little irritating from the fact that, because to me, I don't understand complaint. I don't. Sometimes I learn to myself too. Silence can be hindered, right? Because sometimes it voids the abilities for anyone or even for yourself to understand what the issue is, because you decide to clear it out. But in the sense of duality, like I say, great. Here I go with the conversation with balance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a beautiful time to speak. It's a beautiful time to express yourself. But also times we also got to understand with conversation, if we're not utilizing it to be understood or to bring truth, then more of the other time the conversations is full with lies. They're just full with one personal in-depth, one personal perceptional views. You know what I'm saying? It's not really the understanding that we're looking out to get, but just more so expressing, and feeling like every expression should be cared for. And really, no. Everybody thinks their opinion should matter. No. And sometimes what I mean by that is that, like, your opinions sometimes shouldn't even matter to you. Like, it's fucking thoughts. Like, think about you. That's why I say with silence, you'll learn that too. That's why it's not important or careful. It's not something crazy to try to, like, overly do yourself in conversation, because, like, you learn that, like, damn, bro, that was stupid ass thought. Like, damn, I didn't even have to say that, right? How many times have you realmed that idealization? That's what humans do. We always gonna constantly think, So it's that balance of, like, understanding that make conversation be a point in your life that it gravitates to something that's meaningful, and it correlates to be understood for someone else. So that's why you're having the conversation, rather than to have it in the form of debate, to share the indifference, just being emotional about it. You know what I'm saying? And realistically, majority of conversation are just emotional conversation. They're not logical. You know what I'm saying? They don't bring wisdom. They don't bring knowledge. I just leave it off there, man. Again, my name is JaMes Peter Bastien. I'm the host of MB9T Podcast show, which is Mr. Bastien 9 Tablets. Sending you peace, prosperity, power, whatever your skin color, self-love, best love to every second, to every minute, to every hour. I don't really give two fuck about that. I mean, my goal truly will be a beautiful thing because I am a full-blooded Haitian. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be a beautiful thing to create some babies with a melanin sister that can cultivate that correlation for me to my language still can be passed on to my beautiful skin can still be 100% melanin, right? But at the same time, spirit is spirit, and there's beautiful spirit by a woman from every race. You know what I'm saying? Conscious, mindfulness, wise, all that. There's beautiful, wise, conscious sisters of whites, wise, conscious sisters of blacks. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm a beautiful soul, I see souls. You know what I'm saying? The body, yeah, there's always going to be the flesh aspect of what beauty is, right? The tones, the shape, and all that, right? So everybody's going to have their own perceptional view of what that beauty is on their eyes. But however, if you love soul, then you'll love energy. You'll love connecting with the righteous people, somebody that have knowledge of self and that have no race entitlement to it. You know what I'm saying? That have no ability to be limited. You know what I'm saying? So here I am. I'm in a world speaking love that's fueled by hate. You know what I'm saying? The world is fueled with separation, fueled with those neglected in their early age now, with that self-hate, they're embodying that energy towards everyone else. But regardless, my job is my job. My love is my love. And that's the ultimate goal, self-love, best love, the only way we can unite to world love. Again, I thank you for your time and your patience. May you have a great evening. Blessing to a better day awakening you.